Welcome to this online tutorial, Literature Searching using the British Nursing Index via ProQuest. This database requires you to sign in with an Athens username and password. For instructions on how to navigate to the resource and how to sign in, please see the online tutorial, How to Access Keyell Darree Library's Electronic Resources from Keyell Darree Library's webpage, and then choose ProQuest New Platform. The British Nursing Index, abbreviated to BNI, is a leading UK nursing database providing bibliographic references to over 260 journals from all the major British nursing, midwifery, allied health, community and health management journals, as well as a selection of English language international titles. The database is limited to English language only and references date from 1994 to present, whilst also offering some full text. Once you have arrived at the ProQuest New Platform page, you will be presented with the OpenAthens Login page, which is this one. You will need to select an institution by clicking on the drop-down box and choosing NHS England. There. And then click Login. You are then presented with the option to choose which database to search, either BNI or ProQuest Medical Library. Click BNI. And then you are presented with the basic search page. Now, there are two ways to search a database. Firstly, using your own keywords, which is termed as free text searching or natural language, and then searching within a specific field of the database, for example the title or abstract. The second way is to utilise the functions of the database and to search using the thesaurus within the advanced search, which are often known as thesaurus terms, control vocabulary, index terms or descriptors. They all mean the same thing. Controlled vocabulary searching retrieves items that have been formally indexed using that term. In this tutorial you will learn how to do basic searching using free text natural language, and we will also do a simple search within the advanced feature. Now, before you start, think carefully about your chosen topic and the words you intend to use for searching. Consider the following when listing subject keywords. Ask yourself, what is your assignment about? What are the main concepts or themes? What are the keywords, and are there any other keywords or alternative terminology that would explain your topic? Such as the term drug abuse is also termed as substance abuse, and teenager is also termed as adolescent. Take into consider common abbreviations such as primary care trusts are abbreviated to PCT, and cognitive behavioural therapy is abbreviated to CBT. Lay and medical terms such as cerebrovascular accident is known as a stroke. Correct spellings and British and American variations such as the word tumour. We spell it with a U, the Americans don't. Or paediatrics, the British spelling is with an A. Old and new terminology. Mongolism, for instance, is now known as Down syndrome. Brand and generic names. Coumadin is known as warfarin. Ask yourself, does your information need to be very up to date? Does it have to be UK based? Once you have defined your search by identifying your main concepts, themes and keywords, you're ready to search. So for this scenario, we would like to find journal articles about homeostasis. Let's input our search term. Homeostasis. When you start to type in the search box, you will notice that BNI tries to predict the words by using IntelliSense, or also known as autocomplete. What this does is provide you with suggestions from previous successful searches by the database users. Notice that the further you type, the list changes. Click on any term in the list to immediately search for that term, or ignore it and carry on with your own search terms. Click Search. Results are listed below. 111 results have been retrieved by BNI. This is the number of results and references, and ProQuest looks for the words in all fields. When you enter more than one search term, for example community nursing, BNI will search for the documents that contain both the term community and the term nursing in any field. You do not need to use the word and, as BNI automatically ands your terms together. To force the database to search for a phrase rather than finding the words separately, surround your words in quotation marks. If you don't retrieve any results, this may be that you have made a spelling mistake, or you may not have used the best search terms, or that there is no references on BNI that match your terms. Now, let's review the results carefully. Notice our search term is highlighted, such as here in the title and in the summary. Now, you have the option of viewing your results either in a detailed view, which is as it is here, or in a brief view. See how it changes it. However, for this online tutorial, we will look at our results in the detailed view. In blue is the title of our article. Underneath you have your reference details, such as authors, journal title, date of issue and a brief summary. By hovering over the preview, this shows an abstract summary and subject terms which are used to capture the key elements of the article, and these are all hyperlinked, and by clicking on them it will take you to a fresh search about that subject term. You can also email, print or save or export the reference by choosing one of the options. There is also the option to save to My Research if you have set up an account. Setting up a My Research account is simple and free and allows you to save and organise documents, rerun and modify searches. Also set up and manage subject alerts. You can even set up your account to connect with RefWorks at a single click. RefWorks is basically a database allowing you to save bibliographic references. To exit the preview, just move the mouse away. By clicking on the full title of the reference opens up a new page, which gives the full details of the reference, including publication details. There is also a link to similar documents pertaining to the search term used on this page. To go back to the results, just click on Back to Results. To start a new search, click on Basic Search. Let's input a new term, fluid balance. But, as stated previously, we will surround the term with speech marks to force BNI to search for the terms as a phrase and not as two words separately. And now click Search. BNI has retrieved 78 results, and these have been sorted by relevance. It tells us that here. By clicking on the drop-down box of the Sort Results By, you can sort by publication date if you prefer. However, we will keep it on relevance. To refine or narrow your search, use the filters on the right-hand side. The publication graph shows the date parameters of the results retrieved. By hovering over the top of a column, will show the year and number of results retrieved within that year. These columns are clickable. However, you can click on the tab underneath and slowly drag it to the year that you'd like to limit your results to, and then you would click Update. However, you can also enter a specific date range by clicking here and inputting an exact date. Now let's click Update. As you can see, by inputting a date limiter, our results have now reduced. We have now retrieved results pertaining to fluid balance as a phrase within the time limit of 2009. Another way to refine your search is to click on these options here, For instance, you could narrow your search results to peer-reviewed to limit your search to research that has been evaluated by experts in the same field in order to maintain quality. You can also limit by author, publication title, document type, or subject. These subject terms tell us, for instance, how many articles have patient assessment as a major subject term within our main search of fluid balance. In addition to the search filters, you also have the option of refining your search using the Search Within option, which is here. This can be found at the top and bottom of each page of results. So let's say we want to look at community nursing within the search of fluid balance. So we type in our terms, which is community nursing, and we click search. BNI has now retrieved 2 results using the phrase fluid balance and community nursing. The date parameters are 2009 to present and our results are sorted by relevance. Sometimes BNI will offer you full text articles, which means you're able to download the full text PDF article here and now. However, if there is no option of full text, you can contact the library with the reference details and we will endeavour to get it for you. BNI also gives the option of advanced searching. By clicking here under Advanced Search, it will take you to the Advanced Search page. This feature enables you to use multi-line advanced searching using a combination of terms, and there are also several filters on this page, as you can see here. So, let's look for articles that discuss the use of ibuprofen and paracetamol for the treatment of fever in children. So, our first term is ibuprofen. And the second line we input our next term, which is paracetamol. Notice there is also a box with the option to put in an alternative term to paracetamol. Now, for our scenario, our search is relating to younger children, so an alternative to paracetamol would be Calpol. Notice the word or separating our 2 terms. This is using Boolean operators to assist with our search. Results retrieved will contain either or both terms. Therefore, you will get more hits. The process we're using to combine the terms uses Boolean operators, which are and, or, and not. Using the operator and narrows the results. Using the operator or broadens the results, and using the operator not limits the results. In our third line, let's input our third term, which is fever. And again, we've got an option to put an alternative term. So our alternative term to fever is febrile. However, we have a fourth term to use in our search, which is children. So where it says add a row, click on this and another row will be added to our search strategy. Let's input our fourth term, which is children. And again, we've got the option of putting an alternative term, and our alternative term we're going to use is infant. Now, you also have the option to filter the search using the drop-down boxes here, giving options to limit by looking for our terms anywhere in the article, within the abstract, searching for a particular author, or in the publication title. However, in this search term we're just going to leave it as anywhere. And now we're going to click search. As you can see here in the search box, here is our search. Ibuprofen and paracetamol or Calpol, and fever or febrile, and children or infant. BNI has retrieved 11 results. Now, at any time, you can revisit your searches by clicking here on Recent Searches, which is at the top of the page. Every search you conduct will contribute to a search history, as you can see here. This allows you to keep track of all your searches and any limits that you may have applied. These searches can also be combined by using the example above here. Say for instance we wanted to combine the search fluid balance, which is line 2, with homeostasis, which is line 1, and make sure that the word "and" is in capitals exactly as the example shows us, and then click Search. Search is being conducted by combining our two searches together. Now, this online tutorial has not covered all the features of this database. However, we hope it will have given you the basics of navigating and a few tips to successfully search. Now, please don't forget that to benefit from all the advanced features on BNI, you need to register for a My Research account, which is here.